Listening Practice 4.
Listen to part of a discussion in an environmental science class. As you listen, try to complete the notes below. Then use the notes to help you answer the questions.
You know, we've spent a great deal of time talking about the impact of human activities on the global climate. And certainly, before we start today, I want to emphasize the fact that humans and our activities are now the single most important force driving climate change. But today, I want to spend some time talking about ways that animals and plants can affect the Earth's climate. To do that, I want to look at two vastly different types of organisms, cows and phytoplankton. Cows are one of the most populous mammals on the Earth. In the U.S. alone, there are approximately 100 million cows. That's about 1 cow for every 3 Americans. Now, I bring this up because cows are huge methane producers. Cows, in digesting grass, produce methane gas, which they then emit out into the atmosphere. Now, this is significant because methane is a greenhouse gas. In fact, methane is expected to account for 15% of the global warming that occurs in the next 50 years. I should note that other domestic farm animals are significant methane producers as well, but cows outproduce all other farm animals combined in terms of methane. Therefore, you can reasonably say that cows are an important contributor to rising world temperatures.
But there's only that many cows in the world because we raise them for food and milk. So shouldn't that go under human activities? I mean, if we weren't raising them, there wouldn't be so many emitting methane into the air.
That's a good point. I guess what I really wanted to show you today is that not all deviations from historic weather patterns are directly related to car emissions or industrial activity. Yes, the raising of cows does represent a form of human activity, I suppose, but it's essentially an organic process rather than a mechanical one. All right, on to phytoplankton, and this one, by the way, is definitely not a human process. Phytoplankton are little microscopic sea organisms that gain their energy through photosynthesis, much like plants. Just like plants, they release oxygen into the air, but more importantly, they release sulfur particles. These sulfur particles are what we call cloud seed particles. They help clouds form. Thus, phytoplankton are essential to alleviating climate change because they contribute to the total amount of cloud cover around the Earth. Those clouds, in turn, reflect a lot of the sun's energy back into space.